Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn about how to write a short story and its 5 key elements. First of all, we need to understand that a story writing is a work of fiction or imagination, and it is usually written in easily understandable grammatical structure with natural flow of speech, and story writing is meant to be read at a single sitting, and therefore it should be as direct and brief as possible. Typically, story writing has 5 key elements. So let us see. First is characters, second is setting, third plot, fourth theme, and fifth conflict. Now let us understand one by one. Characters. When we talk about characters, character is someone or something that takes part in the action depicted in this story, and it could be a living person, a dead person, a ghost, an imaginary character, a robot, a dog, a toy, or unlimited list. The golden rule for selecting character in story writing is fewer is always better. Story writing would be more effectively convey its meaning if it has very few characters, like one protagonist and one other main character, you can say even the antagonist, and no other supporting or side characters. That would be the ideal. And the animating character with perfect adjectives and examples are a must. However, typically while writing short stories, do not fall overdo the characterization. Now next comes the settings. So time, frame, and place constitute settings of the story writing, and the setting is often decorated with the descriptions of scenes such as supermarket, bedroom, crowded metro train, or drizzling evening, or birthday party, again unlimited list. Okay, so these descriptions are very important to make the reader immerse in the plot. Unit of time frame may vary from hours to days to weeks to years, but the golden rule again in selecting time frame for story writing is keep it shorter and have it a single story, like choose only one incident. So story writing that has setting of few hours may typically be clearer and more effective than as compared to the settings of few months or years. And vividly describe surroundings, okay, must be absolutely clear, and very importantly be appealing to our 5 senses, to the readers. So this is how we should choose the settings and describe the surroundings and everything. Next comes the plot. Now plot is the flesh and muscle of the story writing. It comprises of events and characters, actions, and more creatively you describe and logically connect the events and actions, stronger the plot would be. And the stronger the plot you create, obviously it will maintain the interest, and it will generate interest and attention among the readers. So a plot has start, a body, and end that are linked sequentially by events and character actions. Here you can see it starts, so from here you can see the some rising actions, and then some crisis or struggle or conflict comes, and then it is the climax of the story, where generally we go to the see movie. At that time we can see the interval part is here when the story is at its climax. So the protagonist, the main character of the story, is just facing some problem, he is struggling, and then he works on it, he fights back, and eventually the situation is now resolved, the problem is solved now, and at the end we can see the crown on the protagonist's character, and it ends with a happy note. So this is how the characterization and plot and settings should be done. Now next comes the theme. So again we can say that the central idea or main belief of the story, it is called the theme. So it is presented by a story writing which is called the theme, and it is a skeleton or frame of your story that is decorated by plot, settings, conflicts, and the characters. So story writing is an art, and it is the oldest form of written composition. So theme are also, like, it is not the subject or the topic of the story. Sometimes it is mistaken, so it is not the same as the subject or the topic. In fact, theme is the central idea or the main belief of the story, and every word of the story should be written related to the theme. For example, if we look at the Harry Potter series, so it is about a boy wizard at Hogwarts. Hogwarts is the setting where all things happen. So you can see that in this story, we can see the theme of variety of themes can be seen, like friendship is also seen, bravery, and good versus evil. So this one word is capable enough to tell what the story reflects. So that is what called the theme. And last but not at all least, the fifth key element of the story writing is to show the conflict. So here the main character of the story, that is protagonist, and the person who is his rival, or you can say who is opposing him, who does not have the same opinion as the protagonist have, their interests are different, their opinions are different, and as a result they collide to each other, and that creates a conflict. In movie also you can see, for example, if Singham movie is there, so Singham is the protagonist and the Jaikan Shikre is the antagonist, okay, who always collides with the protagonist. And the conflict is a struggle between two people, or two things. The main character is usually on one side of the central conflict, and on the other side the main character may struggle against another important character or against forces of nature. So it is called the external conflict, and sometimes the character is struggling against himself or herself with her emotions, her feelings, sometimes with their illness. Okay, so this kind of two types of struggles we can show: external conflict and the internal conflict. So now let us look at the one such question which can be developed into the short story. In the school, students will be either given the opening lines or an outline of the plot as it is given here. It is like the clues or the hints, or you can say outlines, and students will be required to build the outline or the theme provided into a full-fledged story, and they should try to make it interesting as possible. So first let us look at the outline which is provided here, and we have to develop them by filling whatever these gaps in a way so that it becomes very interesting, and there should be a connection, logical connection between all the phrases. So apple tree in a house, this is a kind of settings we are given. Small boy plays around it, so this is where we are given the character. Tree becomes fond of the boy, boy grows up, has no time to play with the tree. So this is the plot, how it works as the time passes. So what happens? Tree feels sad, boy comes back after many years, asks tree to give him money for toys. Tree asks boy to pick apples and sell them. Boy is happy and goes and doesn't return for many years. And tree feels sad again. After few years comes again and asks for the house to live in. Tree tells him to cut wood from its branches and make a house. Boy takes wood and again doesn't return for a few years. And after many years comes back and asks for a place to rest. Tree offers its roost as a resting place. Tree compared to parents, and parents always ready to give. Selfish children always ready to take. And then after we have to give a moral also out of this. So let us try to develop it into a story. We can give the title to each and every story. The central idea should be taken as the title, and we should also write the moral at the end. Make sure in the previous slide, if you have noticed, the verbs like plays and grows and has and is, okay, doesn't, all these are the verb forms of the simple present tense. But if you wish, you can just write in the simple present tense. If you wish, it's better you use the simple past tense. And generally the story starts with one day or long back, long ago, in the past, once upon a time. So that kind of words are generally used in the beginning. So here also it is used, and of course, as it is a general rule to use the simple past tense, we also use the same. So once there was a huge apple tree in the front yard of a house. So what are the fillers? Huge apple tree, where it is in front of the house. If you go back and just look at the hint, apple tree, only apple tree is given. Where it was, what kind of huge, small it is, it's not given. Where it is located, there is also not given. So these are the extra things we should know how to add. And then it is given small boy plays around it. So what kind of boy was he? Nothing is just written, but we will write. A small boy lived in that house who loved to play around the apple tree. So what is his liking? How was he? Where was he living? All these things also we can just add with the phrases given. And he would spend hours. Okay, if he loved to play around the apple tree, how much time did he spend and what did he do during that time? So he would spend hours climbing the tree and running around it. And he climbed to the tree top, plucked and ate the apples, and even took a nap in the shadow of the tree. So these are the activities which are not given in the clues, but we have to just think that if he loved, then we have to show some activities which can just justify that yeah, he loves it, and that's why he is spending much of his time there. And eventually what happens when we spend much time with anyone, we become fond of them. So the same way he grew fond of the tree, and there the tree also developed a kind of attachment for the boy, and so the tree loved him. Time went by, the little boy grew up. Now after some years, now again we are just taking a gap of the time, and then we are coming to the tree. So he no longer had time to play around the tree because now he had grown up. So now his likings and all dislikes will be changed according to age. So he does not like to play around the tree because he has grown up. So one day the boy came to the tree. Actually he did not have much time, so one day he came, but he looked sad. The tree asked the boy. Earlier when he was coming, he was not asking for anything, he was always happy, but now when he has become bigger, so he is having some demands. And the tree asked the boy, why don't you come and play with me? I miss you a lot. I am no longer a kid. I do not play around trees anymore. The boy continued. So now he just shows that no, I am not a kid, I have grown up, so now I need money to buy toys. So it will not work only worth playing around the trees. I need some toys with which I want to play. So these are the demands, expectations. So we can just compare the tree with the parents and the little boy with the all of us children. So when we ask something from the parents, so they just gives all the things we are demanding if it affords to them. So the tree said, sorry, but I do not have any money. You can pick all my apples and sell them. It's okay, you want toys, but I do not have money, but you have one another option. You can pick my all the apples and sell them, and eventually you will get money. That way you will have enough money to buy toys, the tree suggested. So you can see here all these dialogues which are spoken by either tree or the boy, they are written into quotation marks. And the other thing you must have noticed is the verbs like don't or miss or am, need, which is V1, do not, all these are the verbs of simple present tense. So obviously when we are writing something as direct speech of someone, so it should be put into the quotation mark, and the tense we use for that is the simple present tense. So this is also you should notice and you should apply when you are writing the story. So the tree suggested to pick the apples. So the boy happily picked all the apples from the tree and went away. So again here when we are narrating, picked, went, okay, he did not come back for many years. So did not, again when we are narrating the story we are using the simple past tense verbs. So he went away and did not come back for many years, and the tree was sad. So when we are also going away outside the country foreign to earn money, so our parents do not wish us to go away for the sake of the money, but we people do not just believe. So tree was also sad after many years, again as the time gap is given, so we are just starting it with the new para. So after many years the boy who had grown into a man now, so he returned. Now the tree was excited. Come and play with me, the man said. When the tree said come and play with me, so what did the man say? The boy who had been a mature man, he said, I do not have time to play. I have to work for my family. We need a house for shelter. And can you help me? So the boy asked, okay, that I want, now I do not want toys, I do not want any other things, but I want the house. I have a family, so it is my responsibility. So can you give me a house? So sorry, but I do not have any house, but you can chop off my branches to build your house. So the man cut all the branches of the tree and left happily. So again whatever he has he wanted to have, so he just took from the tree. So this time also tree fulfilled his demand. The tree was glad to see him happy. See this line, we have to add this kind of philosophical lines also in between somewhere, not only the happenings and the actions. So the tree was glad to see him happy. Why? Because always parents are also glad to see us happy. So they love is always giving, it is not getting. So here the tree also loved the boy and it is always giving, as our parents are always giving us, they are not getting, because they love us from the bottom of their heart. This is the true love, unconditional love. So the tree was glad to see him happy. The man didn't come back for many years. The tree was again lonely and sad. Now after few years, what happens? One hot summer day, the man returned. Sorry my boy, but I do not have anything for you anymore. Because he knew, tree knew that he is coming for expecting something, he is asking something. So without asking, it just says that I do not have any more to give you. No more apples for you, the tree said. No problem, I do not have any teeth to bite. The man replied, now he has become old. The entire life he had just exploited the tree, and he said that now I do not want it because I do not have the teeth to chew or bite the apple. The only thing left are my dying roots. The tree said with tears. Now this tree was also feeling bad for the boy, that I am not able to give him anything, so it had a tears. So this kind of emotions also you are supposed to mention. It becomes, it makes the description very vivid, and we should appeal to the all five senses of the reader, so that they are transported into that setting and they are connected with the plot and the theme. So the tree said with tears, I do not need much now, just a place to rest. I am tired after all these years, because all these years he had been running after making money and fulfilling his desires and all, so he has been tired now. And ultimately, when there is nothing left outside in the materialistic world, the person goes for taking peace, for finding peace. So the man replied, old tree roots are the best place to lean on and rest. So now I do not want apples for eating, or for buying toys, or I do not want the branches to make the house, but now I just want only one thing, that is roots, which is only left now. Nothing is left because he has cut everything, and I want only the roots, which are the best place to lean on and rest. And the man sat down, and the tree was glad and smiled with tears. Why smiled with tears? Because it was happy that ultimately, although I do not have anything, but at least my roots are also helpful to him. So this is the parents' love. We can see this. This is a story of every one of us, and the tree is like our parents. And when we are young, we love to play with our mom, dad, and when we grow up, we leave them, and we only come to them when we need something or when we are in trouble. But no matter what, parents will always be there and give anything and everything they could just to make us feel happy. So you may think here the boy is cruel to the tree, but that is how all of us treat our parents, actually, not the boy only. We take them for granted. We don't appreciate all they do for us, and until it is too late. If we understand, it's really too end. So we can write the moral out of this, that treat your parents with love and care, for you will know their value when you will see their empty chair. So this is how we can write story, and you can see we have included the key elements. Try to include the key elements, like the first of all, if we talk about the characters, so yeah, fewer is better. So we have taken also two characters here only, one main character and the other character of tree. And as far as settings is concerned, so we have chosen the time frame and the place, everything in a sequential manner. And then comes the plot. So it is also a very simple and interesting plot, which is not diverging our mind anywhere else. So it is important to make the reader concentrated. You need to keep your plot very simple, and the conflict is also shown the on the both side. A tree is also conflicting, and here the boy is also conflicting with his own life. And ultimately, when it just always the boy was just going away, but eventually with the happy note it ends, that the tree just gets the boy back, and he does not want anything, without any condition, without any expectation. He just wants to be with the tree. So this is, you can say, the happy ending. Okay, So this is how we have just tried to include all the key elements, and you should also do the same. So thank you so much, and you can ask your questions in the comment section if you have any. Thank you.